You decided to build your own country from scratch, and let's suppose you don't have a shortage of money. You have trillions and quadrillions of dollars. So 6 years ago, on a random Tuesday, you opened your laptop, bored out of your mind, and bought a piece of empty land the size of a small nation for $4 billion. No people, no roads, no name, just dirt and silence and a deed with your name on it. You close the laptop and think, okay, what now? You fly out the next week just to stand on it. You step off the helicopter onto land that belongs entirely to you, and there is nothing here. No buildings, no paths, just wind and grass stretching in every direction as far as you can see. The kind of silence that makes you realize how rare actual silence has become in your life. You stand there for a long time. Then you smile. This is going to be insane. First thing you do is call the best architects on the planet and tell them to forget every rule they have ever followed. No old city to work around, no history to respect, no budget, a completely blank page and unlimited money, and one instruction: design me something nobody has ever built before. They send concepts for weeks: floating districts, underground networks, vertical farms built into skyscrapers, streets that reconfigure depending on traffic patterns. You reject most of it, not because it is bad, but because you want something that actually feels like a place people will love, not a science experiment, not a showcase, a home. You spend 3 weeks reviewing concepts at 2 in the morning with coffee going cold on your desk. You mark things up. You send feedback. You push them harder than they have ever been pushed. One architect calls you and says, "I have never had a client who cared this much about the details." You tell him you have never had a country before. 14 months later, a capital city exists where there was nothing, built for 1 million people before a single person has moved in. Empty streets gleaming. Empty apartments furnished and waiting, stadiums that could hold 80,000 people completely silent. You walk through it alone one evening because you can, and the experience is one of the most strangest and most extraordinary things you have ever felt. Your footsteps echoing off buildings that have never heard footsteps, wind moving through streets that have never had traffic, fountains running for nobody, streetlights glowing for nobody, an entire city breathing and waiting for its people. You sit on a bench in the middle of a completely empty plaza and just look around at what you built. You remember the silence on that first helicopter ride, the emptiness, the wind. Now look at it. Now you need the people to fill it. You do not advertise, you handpick. Your team spends 6 months identifying the most talented doctors, engineers, teachers, builders, scientists, and entrepreneurs stuck in broken systems around the world. People with extraordinary ability going nowhere because of where they were born or what system they were trapped in. You make them an offer that has never existed before: free citizenship, a furnished home waiting for them, guaranteed income for 3 years while they get established, 0 taxes for the first decade, and a real equity stake in the nation itself. Not a metaphor, an actual ownership share of the country's growth. The first plane lands on a Wednesday morning carrying 4,000 people who have never met each other. They walk off the aircraft into a city that was empty yesterday. You watch from a distance as they explore streets designed specifically for them before you even knew their names. One woman walks to the fountain in the main plaza and just stands there looking at the water with an expression you cannot fully read. Disbelief, wonder, relief, all of it at once. That expression stays with you. Word spreads the way it only spreads when something is genuinely extraordinary. Within a year, you have 200,000 citizens. Within 3 years, 2 million. People leaving stable countries with comfortable lives because what you built works better than anywhere they have ever lived. No corruption because you designed the systems from the beginning to make corruption mathematically impossible. No bureaucracy because every process is digital and instant. No poverty because every citizen has ownership and every citizen has opportunity. You build hospitals before anyone was sick, schools before any child was born, a justice system designed by the best criminologists and ethicists in the world working together for 2 full years before a single law was written. You are not fixing a broken country, you are building one that does not break. Now comes the part you knew was coming eventually. A nation this wealthy and this visible needs real protection, so you build a military from absolute zero, in complete silence, not importing soldiers from other armies, training your own people from scratch, a defense academy built in a remote corner of your territory that turns civilians into elite operators within 18 months using training methods and technology that do not exist anywhere else. Drone systems that operate in swarms of thousands controlled by AI that reacts faster than any human reflex.
cyber warfare units that can enter and destroy critical infrastructure across continents without leaving a trace, a small air force built entirely from custom aircraft that your engineers designed from the ground up because nothing available for purchase was advanced enough. You watch the first live exercise from a control room underground. On the screens in front of you, a full simulated invasion force is neutralized by a single autonomous drone wing in 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Nobody fires a single conventional weapon. Nobody needs to. Your lead general stands beside you, watching the screens go quiet. He says, "I do not think we will ever need to use this." You say, "That is exactly the point. Deterrence through mystery, power through silence." By year 4, something is happening that the world genuinely cannot explain. A nation that didn't exist 5 years ago is producing economic numbers that break every historical model. GDP per capita higher than Switzerland, zero national debt, the fastest growing and most satisfied population on the planet by every metric that exists. Economists appear on television pointing at charts with expressions of genuine confusion. News networks call it a miracle. Others call it a bubble about to collapse. Some suggest it's a front for something illegal. None of them are right. None of them are anywhere close to understanding what is actually happening here, which is that one person built this with their own money, their own vision, their own refusal to accept that the world had to work the way it always had. Then the world starts knocking on your door. Diplomats from major powers request meetings, trade agreements, intelligence exchanges. They all want to understand the model. They all want to know who is actually making decisions because the elected government is clearly not the origin of the thinking behind all of this. You sit in these meetings 3 seats down from your own appointed president, quiet, unremarkable, the kind of person nobody looks at twice in a room full of important people. You watch major world powers negotiate with a country you built out of boredom on a Tuesday afternoon. One ambassador pauses mid-sentence and looks directly at you. He asks who you are exactly. You say, "You are just an advisor." He holds your gaze for a moment longer than is comfortable. Then he goes back to the conversation. But something shifted in that room. You felt it. He suspects, he cannot prove it. After the meeting, your president pulls you into a side room and says, "They're getting closer every year to figuring out the truth." You tell him, "Let them get close. Getting close is not the same as getting there." Year 6, 6 million citizens, a capital city that architects fly in from around the world just to walk through and study, an economy that has not slowed once in 6 years, a military that exists almost entirely as a rumor because it has never been deployed and nobody has ever been foolish enough to test it. You walk through the market district one evening, completely unrecognized. Vendors selling food, children running between stalls, music drifting from a restaurant on a corner, people laughing, people living, people completely unaware that the quiet stranger walking past their stalls designed the street they're standing on. You stop at a food stall and buy something simple. You eat it standing there, watching your city move around you, full, alive, loud in the best way possible. You think about the emptiness of that first visit, the silence, the wind, the nothing. Now there are 6 million heartbeats inside the lines you drew on a map. You stand on a rooftop later that night, lights stretching to every horizon, each one a home, a family, a life that didn't exist 6 years ago. Quadrillions of dollars, and this is what you chose. Not a yacht, not a collection of things, not another number on a screen. A country built from nothing, answering to no one, growing every single day while the world points at it and argues about what it is and how it happened and who is responsible. They will keep trying to figure it out. You are never going to tell them.